Manish, let us start with your introduction. Please
Okay,
use 4 or 5 sentences to introduce yourself.
sir. I born and brought up in Jahanabad, Bihar, and I completed my schooling from there. Then I completed my graduation in mechanical engineering from IIT Kanpur. I also completed my post graduation from IIT Kanpur with specialization in nanotechnology. Then I worked for 3 years in highly labor intensive manufacturing industry like Reliance Industry Limited as a role of reliability engineer. And then I have a interest to work for social sector. So that is why I also published a research paper pertaining to the issue related to the solving the problem of arsenic loaded drinking water in eastern India.
Okay. So I can read that you have performed at several singing competitions
Yes, sir.
and you have studied in IIT Kanpur.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good to know that. So what kind of songs do you consider as your forte and what kind of singing competitions you have had attended?
Sir, actually I am not a trained classical singer. I didn't take any formal training. I just sing, and somebody had just appreciated me. That is how God developed interest in me. Sir, I usually like Bollywood songs, sometimes ghazals, and sometimes some folk songs. And I performed when I was 9 years old. I
Okay,
performed in
so Manish, whose ghazals do you sing or you like most?
Ghulam Ali and Jagjit Singh. Sometimes. Uh, sometimes other singer from Pakistan also.
Okay, so have you heard the name of Mehdi Hassan?
Yes, sir.
Uh, tell 2 or 3 famous ghazals sung by him, as well as tell his origins, his place of residence, and a few more things about Mehdi Hassan, if you can.
Sir, actually, I'm not very quite aware about Mehndi Hassan, but I am quite aware about Jagdeep Singh and Ghulam Ali because I didn't don't get into the personal details. Sorry, sir, I don't know much about his background.
So tell 1 or 2 ghazals which he did sing.
And in case of Ghulam Ali, I can tell, sir, but right now I'm unable to recall the ghazal of Mehndi Hassan, sir.
Okay, fine. So do you know some ghazal writers, big famous Urdu writers, poets who have written very famous ghazals and who have left a legacy of their own?
Uh, Ghazal writer, very famous ghazal writer, Basim Barelvi, and
Okay, so
and
tell me a famous ghazal of Wasim Barelvi.
sir, ghazal is not my forte, sir. I usually like to sing ghazal
Okay, but
sometimes.
you have mentioned sing genres that training mostly like to sing genres as Hindustani ghazals, Sufi Indian pop, Bollywood, filmy, and folk melodic songs.
Yes, sir.
Tell me why folk music in India has not, taken up to has not been taken up to the levels we would have liked, because Bollywood we keep hearing Bollywood songs all around. Whatever be the festival, we have a similar way of celebrating. What do you think ails the music industry, and what is the reason why folk songs and folk music has not been taken to the masses, as of yet?
Yes, sir. As it's a kind of social behavior, sir. The things is getting popular around the world. Person try to apt that to sing and try to behave like that also. Like Benga Boys was getting famous sometimes, so everybody getting behind Benga Boys. But at some point of time, I could also say, sir, the pop song of Daler Mehndi as well as Mika Singh also. So right now, today is not a very clear distinction between Bollywood music and pop music. There is an amalgamation, and
No, no,
everything has
no,
got
no.
mixed up.
You are confusing folk with pop. I'm asking about folk music, not pop music as such. So please tell me the difference between the two, pop music and folk music. Take us through the essential difference between the two.
Between pop music and
Folk music.
I couldn't be able to differentiate. Sorry, sir.
folk music and pop music, I'm asking.
Folk music and pop music.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Sir, folk music like Lavadi in Maharashtra, Shohar in Bihar, and Baul in West Bengal. And pop music is a kind of folk music that got popular around the world and popular around in domestic territory. That is why some folk music had been popularized. And
okay, fine. So Manish, recently we have heard that some very big industrial projects have started to come up in Bihar, and we are seeing that they are a few of them. Can you tell which are those industrial projects which have got a lot of public attention, that they are very promising in the sense that they can solve the employment worries vis-a-vis Bihar is concerned?
Yes, sir. One is biofuel policy. Bihar is the one of the states who has initiated the methanol production, ethanol production from the raw materials and bio waste. So Bihar has even established its first plant in Buxar district, and several other plants has been decided.
Okay.
And
Fair
after
enough.
that,
what else? What else? Yeah, go on, please.
What's the pardon, sir?
Go on. Please continue.
Okay, sir. And other one is Kochi Messi link project. So infrastructure project.
I'm asking you about the recent projects, very big projects, big ticket projects. They have come up there.
I think, sir, in my knowledge, sir, I have heard about this ethanol plant.
Please tell, why do you want to come to EPFO? You are from IIT Kanpur. You have already had, so your stream of graduation is
mechanical engineering, sir.
Mechanical engineering, and you have specialization in nanotechnology. So very promising subject it is. After having so much specialization, why do you want to come to EPFO, which is a very generalist type of an organization in a way?
Sir, actually, when I was in engineering, I was primarily focusing on the engineering problems. But later I come to know that in Bihar, the very vulnerable person are getting affected due to arsenic-loaded drinking water problem, and it is led to the cancer. 3 or 4 village has been declared as the cancer village. So I get into this problem, and even though from mechanical engineering background, I went research in biochemistry and geology as well as in nanotechnology, and I have synthesized a nanocomposite which used to purify the water from any heavy metal.
Please answer the question, Manish. I guess you didn't get the question. I'm asking, you have the expertise already in a certain field in which you have already built deeper. You have work experience of 5 years. Do you have?
3 years.
3 years. You have a work experience of 3 years already. So, I mean, why do you want to come to EPFO and leave that already settled field?
Sir, actually, it was my inclination, sir. Sir, actually, from my real experience, I could say that whenever I go to railway platform, and when I have to move up to stair, person used to sit near the handrail support, and I could not access those. I know this is a problem because of inadequate infrastructure facility, and for a developing country, they could not provide adequate infrastructure. But government has compensated us in a very different way, like concession in air ticket, concession in railway ticket. So we feel it's like justice to us. So I just want to spread, and I just want to extend this social justice to other vulnerable sections which are facing other financial vulnerabilities, like somebody.
So get it. Fair enough. You want to come here so that you can be a part of the social justice itself.
Social justice machinery.
Right. Okay. So have you read the Social Security Code, Manish?
Yes, sir.
So tell me 3-4 major changes that we are aspiring as a nation when we are trying to enact a code like Social Security Code.
So, sir, are you? Sir, I didn't get to the question right.
No, have you read the Social Security Code?
Yes, sir.
So tell me the intent or the 3-4 major changes that the government tries to, or the government is trying to bring forth by implementing the Social Security Code.
Sir, government is trying to make the business environment is more ease and more flexible. That is why they have initiated the amalgamation and try to clean out the adversity, confusion, and parallel jurisdiction between different scheme and try to integrate those.
Please stick to Manish. Sorry, please stick to the central theme of the question. Please tell the 3-4 major changes which are different from the already existing social security legislation. First, name the social security legislations that are prevalent in India right now.
Social security legislation, code on social security, and there has been 4 codes. And from the previous code, from the previous legislation.
No. What all are the laws which come under the ambit of Social Security Code?
Yes, sir. In code of wages, there are 4 legislation come under this.
Not. I'm not talking. There are 4 labor codes. Name them first of all. Name the 4 labor codes.
Code on wages, code on social security, occupational safety, code on occupational safety, health hazard and working condition, code on industrial relations.
Now let us come to Social Security Code. What are the organizations which are concerned and which are being dealt with by Social Security Code?
Like Employment Provident Fund Organization, Employer State Insurance Corporation, and these are the organizations having to deal with.
Okay. So now tell me, what are the changes that the government is trying to bring about in the whole ecosystem of social security, that is coverage of PF, medical facilities. So that is what I'm trying to ask you.
Yes, sir. Government has right now introduced that a standing order will be applicable to industry having a strength of 300, and government could only increase this strength, could not decrease it. And right now the individual dispute would be considered as industrial dispute, and that would get redressed within 45 days.
Fair enough, Manish. I have got your point. Now, what is your take on this Maharashtra political crisis? I mean, do you think what all has panned out is suitable to a democracy like India, or such incidences are increasing now? These democratically elected governments, they are losing their majority midway. The coalitions are falling apart at various places. How do you see all this?
Sir, I think according to the 52 amendment, it does not come under this section, because more than 2/3 majority has separated itself from the parent party, the mother party. So I don't think it's unconstitutional, and as well as illegal. And even though if they are differing in ideology from other party, then it is up to the people, up to the janta. They will decide whether they are following their ideology or not. But even though from constitutional perspective and legal perspective, there is nothing wrong in it.
Okay, get it, Manish. So now the questions will be asked by other panelists. Rahul sir, please.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, Gaurav sir, can you take over? Gaurav sir, you are on mute.
Hello, Manish.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
How
sir.
are you?
Fine,
Good.
sir.
Okay, now I can see you. So you have graduated in which year?
In 2015, sir.
And you have done your post graduation in which year?
Actually, my course was dual degree. It was BTech MTech together, which I had to complete in within 5 years.
And after 2015, you have been working with Reliance, right?
Reliance Industries Limited, yes. Sir.
And at which time you left the job?
In 2018, I left the job
and started preparing for civil services.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Manish, what motivated you to go for civil services after leaving your job at Reliance?
Sir, it was my inclination, as I had told that I had an option to work in mechanical engineering field, but I decisively choose to work on the social problem, and even I.
Okay, sure, I got that. Okay, so you wanted to work on social problems. Do you think?
Hello. Yes,
sir. Your video is missing now, sir. Yes,
hello.
Sir. Yes,
sir. Right now
I was asking whether the EPFO also provides you the same opportunity as the civil services
Yes, sir. I
I
have
was going
joined
to provide.
on that same link. Sir and another fellow is showing this.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir, actually your video is missing out, sir. I couldn't hear you properly, sir.
Okay, leave it. Recently, EPFO has decreased its interest rate. Have you heard about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was the reason for decreasing the interest rate by the EPFO?
Sir, actually, EPFO has exposed corpus more to the equity side, and right now, due to the political crisis in the world and going political contestation, trade war, and something, the market is not performing well. So the anticipated profit is less. So they have to course correct the interest rate according to the exposure to the equity field. Earlier, it was more inclined towards the debt security, but right now it is more exposed to equity.
Are you sure about that?
Sir, your voice is not coming, sir. Sorry, sir.
I am saying that are you sure about the fact that EPFO is interested because it cannot get the desired returns? Is that the reason?
Sir, according to the declaration, this reason has been told that right now it seems very practical and very pragmatic to course correct the interest rate. When the industry will perform well, then a central board of trustee will again revise the interest rate. So it has been promised.
Okay. Who promised that?
It's actually CBT board declaration after consultation with finance ministry. It has been published in PIB.
So who made that declaration? With the finance ministry or CBT?
Finance ministry.
Okay, fine.
Final decision authority is live with finance ministry.
Okay. So do you also know something about voluntary provident fund?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Sir, it is a salary person employed in a private company and want to contribute more in provident fund, then they can go, they can cross the limit of 12% limit.
Okay. So is there any recent changes about the voluntary provident fund from the income tax department?
Yes, sir. Right now, the limit has been increased from right now, no one can contribute more than 2.5 lakh. More than 2.5 lakh will be attract taxes from employer side and from employee side, and from employer side, if the contribution cross 7.5 lakh, then it will be not be exempted under the interest tax bracket.
Okay. So have you heard about the recent scheme Agniveer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is your take on that scheme?
Sir, government has promised, government has make the proclamation that this is a mandatory restructuring and the needed reform to the armed force, because they want to reduce the sick to sale ratio, and that is why, and they want to increase the median age for they want to reduce the median age of army. They want youngest army that is required very much in difficult terrain, and after that they want an opportunity.
What are the issues? Why there has been so much agitation around it?
Sir, because in India the career of armed force is considered as a most secure job, lifelong career option, and person earlier was used to this kind of notion that once you get selected, you have to, the government will take care of your further need and you have to devote your whole career to this service. But right now some reform has been.
Okay, I got that. Have you heard about the short service commission in defense forces?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is that also a career service?
Sir, at introduction of that service, at that time the protest was also there, some kind of resistance was also there, but right now they had been adopted.
They had been adopted, but why there is no protest around SSC this time and only for Agniveer?
Sir, I think, sir, the Agnivir capacity is more as compared to the SSC, and also the social security provision in army is far more better than short service commission. So that is why person.
So short service commission is not in the army.
No, sir. Actually, the benefit provided to the armed force is much better as compared to short service commission.
So you are saying that armed forces give more benefits than short service
Yes.
commission. So short service
Yes.
commission people are not part of armed forces.
Sorry, sir. I could not recollect the point.
Okay, sure. Okay, tell me two social evils that the Bihar is recently facing. Two major social evils.
Social evils.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, one is Naxalism, and another one is drug trafficking and liquor trafficking.
Okay.
Drug and
Liquor
liquor.
trafficking.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. What can be the major reasons for the Naxalism getting reduced in recent times?
Sir, government has taken the comprehensive measure, like provided security to the Naxal affected area, because earlier they were coerced to be loyal to the Naxalite and provide them shelter, food and something, and they have no other option because they were also providing them livelihood through cultivation of opium and drugs. But right now government has provided them livelihood opportunity like Manrega.
Okay, that's
and
one reason that the government has taken strict actions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What are the other two?
SSB has also been deployed on Nepal border, and they are making a strategy, and they are making camp over there so that the spread of the idea of this.
Okay, got that. Second point is stricter actions from the armed forces. What is the third?
Third evil.
Yes.
The third evil. Sir, I am unable to recall right now. I think which two will I would quite sure about. Not confident about what is third evil.
Okay, fine, Manish. I think I asked what I want to ask. Other panelists will take a now.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Manish.
Hi, sir.
So you are a UPSC aspirant also?
Yes, sir.
What is your optional subject?
Political science and international relations, sir.
Okay. So tell me something about India and Russia relations.
Sir, Russia is very time-tested partner. During the war with Pakistan, even Russia has provided us some intelligence, and even during the war from Pakistan in Bangladesh, the diversion of Bangladesh from Pakistan, Russia has also supported us militarily, and even some issue regarding human rights violation in Jammu and Kashmir in United Nations Security Council, Russia has also supported us. And apart from that, India is now in this uncertain world has diversifying its energy needs. And right now, Russia has replaced Saudi Arabia as the second largest oil exporter to the India. And also in BRICS meeting, India is also making collaboration with China and Russia to gain its autonomy.
So great. So tell me about India-Israel relations and be very, brief.
Okay, sir. Sir, India-Israel relation. Yes, sir. In India, as India relation with USA is concerned, it is a hyphenated relation between India and Israel. Right now, India is adopting dehyphenated relations with Israel and Palestine, as well as we have some common interests like agricultural technology development in agriculture. We have adopted some like drip irrigation technology from Israel, as well as some high-tech weaponry like anti-tank missile we are getting from Israel. So, and even our ideology is somehow similar right now. So that is why
What
we are
ideology?
getting closer. But actually, we both are very blatant against the spread of terrorism. So we shared this common interest, Israel and India, and we are getting into the proactive preparation against that kind of attack and threat. Right now, non-state actors is getting dominant on Israel. So we are also having security issue in Jammu and Kashmir due to the recent crisis in Afghanistan.
All right.
So we could.
So you are from Bihar state, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Bihar is known for its migrants who are present all over India, working in various various fields. So how, as if you are, let's say, selected as an EO, how would you increase the coverage of EPFO amongst the workers of Bihar?
Sir, actually, one of the one of the portals that has been launched recently by Ministry of Labor and Employment, that is E-Shram portal, and as the application of digital media has been increased, right now my district is 100% digital payment enabled district. So right now,
which is your district?
Jahanabad. This is 100%.
Do you have a EPFO office in Jahanabad?
No, sir. EPFO office, we do not have EPFO office in Jahanabad. But sir, I am just saying.
Where is the nearest EPFO office to Jahanabad?
In Patna, 45 kilometers apart.
Okay.
So,
please go on.
So due to spread of technology, and I will spread the awareness so that the database which has been being created by National Database of Unorganized Worker, Gig Workers and Platform Workers, which has been created by Ministry of Labor and Employment E-Shram portal. So I will try to, I will campaign for get person registered on this platform. So there would be complete mapping, as well as whenever government want to extend some social benefit, they could.
Tell me something about EDLI scheme.
EDLI refers to Employee Deposit Link Insurance Scheme, and it is provided to the nominee when the subscriber at the death of subscriber, and it varies according to the number of service that has contributed by the subscriber. And right now, its amount has been increased to, maximum limit has been increased to 7 lakh, and minimum amount is 2.5 lakh.
All right, Manish. So I think we are done with the interview. I would like Dr. Dhananjay to start with the feedback, and after that, Gaurav sir will take over.
Thank you, sir.
So Manish, a few things. When is your interview?
Sir, on first day, first slot. 4th of July.
4th of July. Okay. So you just have nearly 8-9 days, right?
Yes, sir.
See, what you have to do is, you don't have to speak so much. You have to paraphrase your information or condense the information in 1, 2, 3 sentences. Now see how to paraphrase your sentences or how to go about it. I'll give you an example. Suppose sir asked about India-Israel relations, right? So how do you go about it? You would start by saying that first line should be an analytical or a line which introduces, which contextualizes the India-Israel relation. That sir, India and Israel have a very cordial, historically fruitful relationship where India and Israel have engagements on various fronts like technology sharing, defense, deep strategic partnership, and good people-to-people connect. You end your introduction there. And after that, what you would so
suppose the interviewer now knows that you have got the background, you have got the idea about it. Now, if they want you to tell further, they would quiz you on that. They would ask supplementary questions. Like, okay, please tell us about the recent visit of so and so, the recent deal, or some big ticket project or deal which would have happened, you know. So first you have to understand that you don't have to speak too much. You have to paraphrase the whole content about a particular concept into 1 or 2 or 3 maximum sentences, right? And prioritize. You speak the most important sentence first, right? And then try to speak about the peripheral or the related content, right? So this was the first thing. Second is you have to update yourself a little more. So spend these 7-8 days in reading about each and every word that is mentioned in your DAF. In your DAF you have written that. Sorry, in your DAF you have written that singing is your forte. You have mentioned it as your hobby. Ghazal is the word that is there. Trust me, those old age people who are taking interview, all of them, they listen to ghazals. So they are experts at it. So once you have mentioned the word ghazal, you have to know take 10 ghazal singers, 10 ghazal writers, right? And try to cram or try to understand or remember a few ghazals sung by them, written by them, right? So this you have to mandatorily do, and be ready to sing as well. You may be asked to sing on the spot, right? And beyond that, you were cool enough. You didn't feel an impression that you are crumbling under pressure. Try to stay comfortable movement and always try to structure your answers, right? The first sentence should be analytical or introductory, that it introduces what you are going to say, right? And after that, you can use your two or three arguments maximum you can give, right? And in Bihar, there has recently been a PepsiCo bottling plant which has been inaugurated in April. 500 crore project. This is the first big ticket project initiated by the Nitish Kumar government, and it's been 17 years since he has remained the chief minister, and this is the first project. And the another one is that ethanol, 150 crore ethanol plant. You know, so both of them, they are very close to your house, not very far away, right? So you must be aware. You must remember that questions regarding PepsiCo and all, they can also be asked. That part also can be asked. And beyond that, I would just tell you to read more about nanotechnology, your degree or graduation stream as well, because we could not ask much about it. So what you have to do is practice speaking about anything on this planet into 3 sentences, not beyond that. Stand in front of the mirror, ask yourself a question, set a stopwatch for 1 minute, try to answer the whole concept in 1 minute or 45 seconds for that matter. You'll practice this for 5-6 days. You'll gain that habit of thinking on your feet, taking a pause, paraphrasing it in your head, and try and then speaking it in 2 or 3 sentences without wasting too much time. This will give you an edge. All the best from my side. I hope you'll work upon this and you'll improve. You can also further give 1 or 2 more mocks. That will definitely help you, in my opinion. Okay, all the best, Manish.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Manish.
So Gaurav sir, please.
Hello, Manish.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Manish. First, I would like to say to you that your confidence is very good, and your way of speaking is also very fine, and you don't look nervous or anxious. So that is a very good thing, and please
Thank
try
you,
to
sir.
maintain that in an interview also. Second of thing, like the another panelist has said, that you have to structure your answer. So you have to first take a pause just for 5 to 10 seconds and structure your answer. Don't start saying things. And it generally you speak for 1 minute and the interviewer is bored in that. So you have to structure your answer, give him various perspectives, why you are saying, and in a very second manner. He's not on second time, if you know why is the interest rate decreasing, you bluff. If someone is asking you for the second time about the surety, If you are 100% sure, then only say you are sure. Otherwise, your knowledge is very good, and it is not a test of knowledge. It is a test of your personality. If you bluff, then it makes a very wrong impression. And like Dhananjay has pointed out, that some areas that you need to thoroughly work upon is the hobby. Why you have written so much long hobby in your def?
Sir, actually there was no proper instruction, and I thought 150 word has given, so I have to write 150. But later I
Okay.
realized.
Okay, that cannot be changed. But what can be changed is that since you have written so big of a hobby, then it is very reflective in your def. And the first thing that the interviewer will ask about is your hobby, and he is not going to read the whole paragraph. He will hear folk song, and he will start asking question randomly. Other people also follow in that same manner. So prepare well for your hobby, your state, and nanotechnology background. Prepare these things, and there can be questions from mechanical engineering also. So because it is a core branch and many of people are from core branches, that is why you need to prepare well on these areas. You have 6 days, I think, so you can brush up these areas, and I wish you all the very best. Maintain your confidence. Okay, best of luck. Other panelists will suggest you.
All right, Manish.
Okay. Hi, Rahul sir.
Hi, sir.
These are the things already repeated. Hi, Manish.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, this is Shailendra Jain, Regional PF Commissioner from Jaipur.
Yes, sir.
So I didn't ask any question, but I was listening all the interview.
Yes, sir.
So I observed that you just start speaking once you listen the question. फॉर एग्जाम्पल जैसे वो इन्होंने पूछा था आपसे कि रिसेंटली इनकम टैक्स में क्या चेंजेस हुए हैं, तो आपने बोलना स्टार्ट कर दिया कि 2.5 के ऊपर आप कंट्रीब्यूट नहीं कर सकते हैं. तो कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं लेकिन टैक्स लगेगा, तो आपको थोड़ा पॉज लेना है. जैसे कि बाकी धनंजय सर ने बताया, आपको गौरव सर ने बताया कि पॉज लेना है, सोचना है, क्योंकि कोई भी स्टेटमेंट आप बोलते हैं तो उसका बहुत इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है. although you cannot contribute. उसके बाद में आपने जहाँ पे इंक्रीज करना था वहां पे आपने रिड्यूस बोला, तो उसके बाद में आपने वापस चेंज किया. तो आप थोड़ा अगर पॉज ले लेंगे तो ठीक रहेगा. ठीक है, आपका नॉलेज बेस ठीक है, बस आपको थोड़ा सा पॉज लेके उसको अच्छे से सेंटेंस फ्रेम करना है.
थैंक यू सर.
चलो.
All right, Manish. Final word from my side. सबने जो बोला वही है बेसिकली. जिस चीज में आपको अच्छे से पता था, जो पॉलिटिकल साइंस वाला जो क्वेश्चन मैंने पूछा था इंडिया रशिया रिलेशंस, तो उसमें आपने अच्छा आंसर दिया, अच्छे डायमेंशंस कवर किए. लेकिन अब प्रॉब्लम वही थी कि आप ऐसा लग रहा था कि काफी सोच के बोल रहे हैं, तो आपका फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन, आई कांटेक्ट मेरे से हट के आप कुछ जमीन की तरफ देखने लगे थे और बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रेस करके दिमाग को सोच रहे थे. तो सोचने का वो हैबिट जो है ना, उसको थोड़ा अवॉइड करना. मिरर में देख के 2-4 आंसर देना तो शायद इम्प्रूव हो जाए वो. ठीक है, 1-2 मॉक्स देने से भी बेटर होगा. और जिन टॉपिक्स के बारे में आपको बहुत ज्यादा नहीं पता, उसमें बहुत लंबा आंसर देने की जरूरत नहीं, छोटा आंसर भी दे सकते हो आप, है ना. सॉरी बोल भी सकते हो अगर कुछ फैक्चुअल चीज नहीं पता है तो. ठीक है, बाकी ठीक है. इट वाज ओवरऑल वेरी गुड. सो ऑल द बेस्ट.
Yes, sir. And sir, can I ask something, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, if I ask you to rate me on a scale of 10, sir, then where I would be?
No, I won't go and rate you, but I will say that you are a good candidate, and you are above average already, but you can do really better. One suggestion would be that in the actual interview, your tie, it should be, the button should be closed and the tie should be a little bit up on the upper side. Otherwise, it is okay. I think this is your, go-to hairstyle. If not, try to comb it like properly.
No, sir.
Your hair.
Fan
Okay.
is upside, sir. So this is a.
Okay, no issues. Just it looks, if you look tidy, gives a better impression.
Yes, sir. It's too humid here, sir, and even this fan is just above me, sir. So it's
Okay, no
that
issues.
is why.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Good night, sir.